Good day, I am Mariel De Valencia from BSBA OM3B. I am here to discuss the 10 topics about fundamentals of business analytics. First, what is business functions? Business function are processes or operations that ensure the proper functioning of an organization. Organizing and managing your business function is essential because they are interrelated and interdependent of each other. Company divides tasks and jobs into several functions or departments to allow for organizational effectiveness and efficiency. Each function plays an important role for the others. If one of the functions is missing or does not work properly, operations cannot run or are interrupted. There are two types of business functions. First, core business functions are activities of an enterprise yielding income. The production of final goods or services intended for the market or for third parties. Usually, the core business functions make up the primary activity of the enterprise, but they may also include other activities if the enterprise considers this as part of its core function. The second is support business functions, are ancillary activities carried out by the enterprise in order to permit or to facilitate the core business functions, is production activity. The outputs or result of support business functions are not themselves intended directly for the market or for third parties. Number 2, what is business process? Business process is a series of steps performed by a group of stakeholders to achieve a concrete goal. Each step in a business process denotes a task that is assigned to a participant. It is the fundamental building block for several related ideas such as business process management, process automation, etc. It is a process forms the lifeline for any business and help it streamline individual activities, making sure that resources are put to optimal use. Key reasons to have well-defined business process. First, identify what tasks are important to your larger business goals. Improve efficiency. Streamline communication between people, functions, and departments. Set approvals to ensure accountability of an optimum use of resources. Prevent chaos from creeping into your day-to-day operations. And standardize a set of procedures to complete tasks that really matter to your business. As an example, let's consider the hiring process of an HR department. First, the HR executive posts the job update. Then multiple candidates apply in a portal. The HR executive screens the candidate and filters the best fits. Next, the selected candidates are called for the next stages of the recruitment. The right candidate is chosen at the last stage of the recruitment. Salary and policy negotiations take place. Lastly, the offer letter is sent and the candidate accepts. The third topic are the 5 M's of management. Number 1 is man. The first of the 5 M's is the most important. The right personnel for the right position is a sure bet for organizational effectiveness and efficiency. Human resources determine the workings of the other 4 basic business resources. People make sure materials, machines, minutes, and money are utilized in a productive manner to achieve goals or aims and objectives of organizations and enterprises. With the right man in the right job, a large portion of effective business management will have been achieved. No doubts about that. Second is materials. Without materials, human resource is made redundant. Thus, every right thinking and right planning organization knows that materials needed for any businesses or service must be in place before man can be of use in any business activity. Supply chain departments grew out of this thinking and has been a very useful and effective aspect of business management. Quality compromise is business pauperized. With poor quality of materials potentially ruins entrepreneurship. This is an indisputable fact. The third one is machines. Machines have replaced man in tiling, planting, and harvesting. The metal contraptions called machines have made man fulfill almost effortlessly various dreams of creating things that make our existence more worthwhile. Recently, computers joins in the fray of increasing production and reduction in time spent by man for manufacturing and general production of goods and services. Without man and materials, machine will be useless. They need to be operated by man and fed with materials. That again is a doubtless fact. The next is minutes. Time management is one contemporary aspect of business that has been employed in use by effective and successful business ventures to optimize delivery. Poor time management is as ineffectual as a broken down machine, undisposed employee, or lack of adequate materials for production of goods or services. Various schemes have been used by successful enterprises to ensure proper and efficient use of time by man and machine, including timely delivery of materials to ensure business. Compromising time is tantamount to a business venture shooting itself in the foot. There are obtained instances to ascertain this truism. Lastly, money. The quantity and quality of money expended in ventures have a direct bearing on the fruitfulness of same over time. Money management, when not properly organized, has been the most known factor involved in collapse of enterprises in history. Without money, no venture or enterprise can motivate workers, get quality and sufficient materials, get the right machines and maintain them, or even ensure that time is properly managed. Where there is not enough money, no good workers, materials, or machines can be employed or purchased or acquired. In other words, such a venture will be wasting its time existing in the first place. The fourth topic is about e-commerce. What is e-commerce? The term electronic commerce or e-commerce refers to a business model that allows companies and individuals to buy and sell goods and services over the internet. E-commerce operates in four major market segments and can be conducted over computers, tablets, smartphones, and other smart devices. It also operates in four market segments, including business to business, business to consumer, consumer to consumer, and consumer to business. One of the best examples of e-commerce is Amazon. It is a behemoth in the e-commerce space. In fact, it is the world's largest online retailer and continues to grow. As such, it is a huge disruptor in the retail industry, forcing some major retailers to rethink their strategies and shift their focus. The company was launched its business with an e-commerce-based model of online sales and product delivery. It was founded by Jeff Bezos in 1994 as an online bookstore that has since expanded to include everything from clothing to housewares, power tools to food and drinks, and electronics. For the fifth topic, there are three different e-commerce business models. Number one is B2B or business to business. A business sells its product or service to another business. Sometimes the buyer is the end user, but often the buyer sells to the consumer. B2B transactions generally have a longer sales cycle, but higher order value and more recurrent purchases. Number two is B2C or business to consumer. It is the most common business model, so there are many unique approaches under this umbrella. Anything you buy in an online store as a consumer, think wardrobe, household, supplies, entertainment, is done as part of a B2C transaction. The decision-making process for B2C purchase is much shorter than business to business purchase, especially for items that have a lower value. The third one is C2B or consumer to business. It allows individuals to sell goods and services to companies. In this e-commerce model, a site might allow customers to post the work they want to be completed and have businesses bid for the opportunity. Affiliate marketing services would also be considered in C2B. For the sixth topic is about business intelligence. What is business intelligence? It is a technology-driven process for analyzing data and delivering actionable information that helps executives, managers, and workers make informed business decisions. Organizations collect data from internal IT systems and external sources, prepare it for analysis, run queries against the data, and create data visualizations. Business intelligence dashboards and reports to make the analytics results available to business users for operational decision-making and strategic planning. Next is the advantages of business intelligence. First, it provides real-time metrics and reports for a better business plan. Make key performance indicators easy to understand. Help to increase productivity by assisting with relevant information, and can increase profit by addressing inefficient activities revealed by a dashboard of information. And also, business intelligence have a disadvantages. User resistance is one big barrier to business intelligence and information as a service. Sometimes it's necessary to analyze voluminous amounts of irrelevant and poor quality data. The cleanup of irrelevant data is often time-consuming. If the process does not have a direct impact, the entire business intelligence effort could disintegrate. In ninth topic, it is about the business analytics. What is business analytics? Business analytics is the process by which businesses use statistical methods and technologies for analyzing historical data in order to gain new insights and improve strategic decision-making. A data management solution and business intelligence subset refers to the use of methodologies such as data mining, predictive analytics, and statistical analysis in order to analyze and transform data into useful information, identify and anticipate trends and outcomes, and ultimately make smarter data-driven business decisions. And for the last topic is about 5 steps in data analytics. Step 1, ask the right questions. Step 2, data collection. Step 3, data cleaning. Step 4, analyzing the data. And step 5, interpreting the results. Thank you for watching. God bless.